and welcome back to another video. It's T-minus 24 hours before we go to Mallorca and I still have so much to do. I'm almost finished packing. I've just got a few things left to put in the case, but then I have to clean this house from top to bottom. But before I can think of any of that, I'm going to finish my coffee. It was definitely wishful thinking that I thought I could pack all my hand luggage in my Kate Spade. It just wasn't happening. It was too small, so I'm going to switch it out to the bag that I take on every trip, and that is my Mia Tui. This one is absolutely massive. It's even got a pocket on the back so you can put it on a suitcase, and inside there are so many different compartments. Oh, I've actually got stuff in here from my last trip. So I'm going to empty all this out. Oh my gosh. I have just found something that I have been searching for all morning, and I found it. It was in my bag. It's the weighing scales for the luggage. I was planning on going to Home Bargains later. That has just made my day. But I'm going to empty this bag out and switch everything over to this one. And also for this trip, I've actually treated myself. I've gone and bought myself a new camera. Now, I always film on the Canon G7X Mark II, and it's an amazing camera. But I've switched it out to this DJI Osmo Pocket 3, only because with the Canon you can't film in 4K. Now I upload my videos in 4K, but the quality when I'm filming is not that good, and I've seen a lot of vloggers using this one and the quality on their videos are honestly fantastic. But now I've just got to get used to something this small because the Canon is massive. And there's a lot of features on this that I've never used before, but it's the same make as my drone. So hopefully this is going to go well. So if you can't hear me or the picture is rubbish, you'll know that this vlog didn't go very well with filming. But this one actually comes with a microphone as well. And again, I've never used a microphone. And you may notice that I keep looking in this screen because on the Canon, the lens is down here, whereas the one on this one is up here. So I keep going like this. So bear with me. I'm getting used to it. But yeah, I've treated myself to a new Canon. No, I haven't. To an Osmo. So hopefully the quality of this video is better than the previous ones. We're just going for a little walk to see what the sound and picture's like on this camera. But I also have to send a few parcels. I've been selling on Vinted the last couple of months, so I've got to get them sent before we fly tomorrow. And I've got to pop into Aldi's as well, just to grab a few things for dinner. But hopefully you can hear me okay. This pizza is so good, the goat's cheese flatbread. So I'm going to have this with salad tonight. And guess what I'll be having for lunch for a change? Beans on toast. Do you know what I found? Do you remember these? Do you remember the swimming pool shoes? Because I remember the swimming pool cut up our feet last time, didn't they? That's one thing I do remember from this hotel, and that was the swimming pool tiles. They were so rough that they were cutting up everyone's feet. So we went out and bought some swimming shoes. Now the only problem is I bought these 3 years ago and I've completely forgot to buy new ones, so I can't see these ones fitting. But if you are going to this hotel, then definitely take some swimming shoes with you. They will save your little feet. But I can't even take my own advice because I've completely forgot to buy some. So I'm going to have to get some when I'm out there. And the shop outside the hotel knew that people needed to buy these shoes. They did up the price, but now we're 24 hours before going on holiday. I've got no choice but to buy them when I'm out there. It feels as though I'm not getting anywhere. This is the current state of the bed at the minute. I've got things everywhere, so I'm going to have to crack on with this now. Not like Gethin to be packing last minute. Literally a couple of hours now before I want to put the suitcases ready because we're going to get picked up early hours in the morning. But I'm going to leave him to the packing. Right, I'm going to finish off everything in these cases. I'm trying to think, is there anything else I've packed which I can show you that might come in handy? I think this is all the sun creams. Yeah, sun creams. So nothing in that one. This is just mainly clothes. I showed you the first aid kit last time. This is just my, I was going to say swimwear. It's not my swimwear. It's all my gym stuff. Right, nothing in that one. There is something I can show you in this case, which is on the landing. We are going self-catering, so I've packed a few things for the apartment. I'm just going to pop the camera down because this is so hard doing it one-handed. In here I have some sponges to clean the dishes. I believe there is somewhere we can do our washing. I think every block has a washing machine and tumble dryer. I think. Well, I've read on Facebook they do, so don't quote me. I'm sure they said on Facebook on the group that they're in all the apartment blocks. No, so I have packed some washing gel and some conditioner. That's your job, yeah? And then because we're self-catering, I don't think they're going to provide any washing up liquid and cloths, so I've got a collection. These are from when we went to Butlins and Disney, and I've packed a few more only because I've got family going with us, and so they can have one for their apartment. An iron. I think I mentioned that last time. You can rent an iron from reception, but I'm just going to pack my own. I've got a steamer, and then the laundry bag so I can take everything down to get washed, or getting can. An ironing mat. This was just from Asda's years ago. It's just what you get on an ironing board, but it just lays flat on a table. And then I've got 2 towels, tea towels, and then some straws. So that's going to come in handy being self-catering. The rest of the stuff in this one is just clothes. And I do have another one here. I don't think I've got anything else in this one. That's just pajamas. That's what I've showed you already, which is our lockbox. And then that's just our toiletries. I don't think there's anything different in there. So that's everything in that one. Oh, there was one thing I did pack. Have you seen what I've packed again?
Tent.
Ta-da!
What do you want a kid's tent for?
If we go to the beach and it's too sunny. It's actually quite big. We bought this years ago, didn't we?
Yeah, it must have, because it's a kid's tent.
But it's really big. So when we're on the beach and you want to shelter from the sun, this is going to come in handy. And I bet you're going to be the first person in it.
I bet I won't be one card in there.
Oh, and also, I am packing some super noodles for the apartment. Right. Now I've got to put that blinking tent back in. Right, put these into 4s for me then, so I can split it between the cases. That's one thing I'll always do when it comes to packing. I'll always separate our clothes. So we got 4 cases. I'll take a quarter each of all of our stuff. And that way, if a case does go missing, hopefully all 4 don't go missing because then we're screwed. But if one goes missing, at least then we've got some clothes to get us through the holiday until that suitcase arrives. But are you finished yet?
Yep.
Done?
Yep, well.
You've taken longer than me.
I've got about.
Right, have you done them in quarters?
Yeah.
Right. Last little bit now. Just get these bits in the case. Should we weigh this one just to see what it's coming in at? Because I think this is the heaviest one.
I'm going to go 16 and a half.
16 and a half?
Well, that's just looking at it, you see.
I'll go 18.
I instead 16 and a half. Oh, both wrong.
What is it?
15.
Never.
15 bang on.
Okay. And I think that's the heaviest. We'll try the one in here now. That's one good thing about these cases. You can fill them to the top and they only get to about 18 kilos. Now they've seen better days, but honestly, I'm hanging on to them until they completely give out on me because I cannot find these cases anywhere in stock. And I just love it that I know that if I fill it all the way to the top, I'm not going to be over that 20 kilos. Right, have you done it yet?
14.6.
Right, that's another one. Should we just try these 2 in here? Yeah, they're not really that full, are they? In all fairness.
No, I mean weight-wise.
Yeah, true.
20.
True.
And only 15.
This is the name of the luggage. Constellation. I cannot find them anywhere. We got them in Asda's years and years ago. I think we've had them about 10 years, but honestly, they are the best. Super light, it says.
14.2.
Hey, we've got one more to go. And we're well under, aren't we?
Yeah. So what's the latest one been so far? 14.2.
Yeah.
Yep. Told you it was like this.
What is it?
13.12.
There's just one other thing I wanted to show you before I packed it away, and that was this cooler bag. Now, we got this in Florida a few years ago. It was $10 and it came with a few cans of beer, and this has come in super handy for many things. Like I mentioned earlier, we're going self-catering, so we're planning on doing a food shop in Aldi's or Lidl's just to stock up the apartment with a few things, and then with this I can get some ice and we can take a few cans and water down to the beach with us. But now I'm stressing, even though we got loads of weight to play with the suitcases, I haven't got a lot of space. So now I've just got to rearrange a few things to try and fit this in. It fitted in a lot easier than I thought it was going to. And now this case is done. Well, I wasn't planning on coming into Home Bargains, but when I was sorting out my toiletry stuff, I realised that I didn't have half of the stuff that I've needed. So I've made a quick dash over just to get a couple of extra bits. But this may be lethal because every time I come in here, it's not just one thing you end up going out with, it's a whole basket full. These are the sun creams I picked up, and they're a lot cheaper in here. They're only $4.50. They didn't have any of the after sun when I was in here last time, so I'm going to grab one of them. I have just noticed they still have the bags that I have for my toiletries in. So they got the makeup one and the hair one. Oh, they don't have the toiletry one though, but they've still got the makeup one. Is that the toiletry one? No, makeup. I really want to get one of these. Put them on the end of your sun lounger and then you can put your drink in it and it holds your drink. Oh, there we are. It shows you a picture here. This is exactly what I need. Some more of these shoes. But I don't think they've got any adult sizes. I think they're all kids. I think I am going to have to get them when I'm there. That's a shame. Because they're cheap here. They're only... Well, actually, that's Domino's. That's not what I'm looking for. Oh, there we are. £4. I bet they're going to charge... Oh, it's right there. I bet they're going to charge double in resort. I'm going to grab some snacks for the plane. So I'm going to grab some cookies. And then I'm going to go grab some Pringles. I picked up some snacks in Home Bargains for the flight. Now, we're not going to need them for the outbound flight because that flight is super early, but these are for the return flight because I remember, and I mentioned this in my Pack With Me video, the prices in Palma Airport were crazy. We bought 2 sandwiches in there last time and it came to €45. So I'm going to keep these for the return flight. So I got Fox's cookies, some salted caramel pretzels, so you can actually take food with you in the airport as long as it's not liquid. I've done this many a times. And then I picked up 2 pot noodles. I did have some already, but they got eaten since my Pack With Me video. And then I bought 3 cans of Pringles. Now these were £1 each in Home Bargains. How much are these on a plane? Like £4. So I grabbed them, and I've got a little emergency snack pouch which I showed on the Pack With Me video, and in here I've got a couple of these Serene banana like breakfast bars. Love these. They give me one when I did my 10k run for cancer research 2 months ago, and I was like, I don't fancy that, it's banana. But one day I was really hungry, so I ate it and I was like, oh my god, this is so lovely. So I ended up buying them. They are so good and they're only 95 calories. And then I've got a couple of chocolate bars, so we can have these with coffee when we go on the plane. My own coffee, not the plane coffee. If you know, you know. And then I'm going to put everything in this little tote bag. And then this tote bag can go in my wheelie case, so I can just pull this out on the flight and put the wheelie case above in the locker. So now I'm going to put all this together. Is now done, so on to the next job of today. I'm going to prepare dinner so it's all ready, and then later we'll just pop it in the oven to heat up. So I'm going to make some spicy sausage tortellini. So I'll heat this up, and then in a pan I'm going to cook some pancetta with some tinned tomatoes, salt and pepper and chilies. Then mix the tortellini into the pancetta and tomatoes, and then put grated cheese on top. But again, I can't eat this, so I'm gonna make this for the boys, and then I'm gonna heat up that pizza later that I bought in Aldi's earlier, and I'm gonna have that with a salad. I thought I had hit the record button when I was mixing this all together, but it didn't record. So literally all I've done is just put the tortellini in the tomato sauce. And now I'm just gonna put some grated cheese on the top. This is a very quick and easy meal to make. It's only taken me 15 minutes and it is so tasty. I'm just putting tin foil on top, and then later they can put it in the oven to heat up. Because later I'm off to the hairdressers. I've managed to get an appointment ready for holiday. So that's their meal done. And then when I get back from the hairdressers, I can just heat up that pizza. But honestly, give this a go because it is super easy to make. For now, I'm gonna quickly clean the kitchen, put everything away, and then I'm going to sit down and have a cup of coffee. There is one thing I do want to say, and I've just reminded myself because it was in the background of the last scene, and it's about the clock. My mum is forever telling me when she's watching my videos, Sarah, you need to mention that the clock in the kitchen does not work, because every time you go into the kitchen, it looks like you're doing everything at the same time. But saying that though, the clock is right 2 times out of the day. But yeah, this one, I have changed the batteries, but for some reason it just doesn't work. And to be honest, I love it too much to change it. So it's just now for decoration. I think that's gonna make her happy now that I've mentioned this blinking clock. Honestly, you wouldn't believe the amount of times she's told me to mention it. But saying that, I don't think I've got a clock in the whole of this house that has the right time. The one in the living room has been 10 to 8 for the last 5 years. I thought I'd come out and get some practice with the drone because I am planning on taking it to Majorca. Now I say planning because trying to register to take a drone to Europe is honestly head work. There is so much to it. So if I can figure that out, I'll take the drone. But then when sitting here, I was thinking, these Majorca vlogs, they could be the worst vlogs that I've ever made because 1, I'm using a drone that I have no clue how to use, and 2, I'm using a brand new camera. Again, I'm learning how to use. So it could be the worst vlogs you've ever seen, or on the flip side, they could be the best vlogs you've ever seen. There are definitely not enough hours in the day because today is just flying by. But now I've got to get ready for the hairdressers, so I am going to finish the video here. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to see our Majorca vlogs, then be sure to hit that subscribe button and click that bell for post notifications, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys. Wicked, wicked.